Bayern Munich had serious concerns over Matthijs De Ligt's lack of mobility before selling him to Man United. Bayern Munich reportedly had major concerns over Manchester United defender Matthijs De Ligt's agility when he was at the German club. The Dutchman was signed by Bayern in the summer of 2022 after 3 years at Juventus and was viewed as one of Europe's elite young defenders. Despite winning the Bundesliga in his first season, his time at the club was hardly a clear-cut success, and after only 2 years, he was sold to United this summer to reunite with his former boss at Ajax, Erik. De Ligt started his United career well, scoring in a 3-0 victory over Southampton last month, but he was heavily criticized whilst on international duty with the Netherlands. His form did not get any better when he put in a couple of less than convincing performances for his club in a 3-0 loss to Tottenham Hotspur and a 3-3 draw with Porto, which then saw himself and Lisandro Martinez dropped for Johnny Evans and Harry Maguire for last weekend's match against Aston Villa. To add to the Light's woes, the Daily Mail report that Bayern Munich coaches had become deeply concerned by Matthijs De Ligt's lack of flexibility during his final season in Bavaria. It's believed that the German club were left disappointed by the 25-year-old defender's progression and lack of mobility. Sources have indicated that there were increasing reservations about the amount of time De Ligt was spending in the gym and the impact it was having on the elasticity in his frame. United and Ten Hag are said to have been aware of Munich's concerns before they committed to finalizing a deal for £38.5 million. De Ligt has already faced the wrath of the British media as Owen Hargreaves labelled his performance versus Porto a nightmare. Whilst the Dutchman's start as a United player has been far from ideal, it's still way too early to draw any definitive conclusions on the centre-back. In a time of massive flux in the club and numerous players underperforming, he will hope he can turn his form around in the coming months and years. Gareth Southgate distances himself from Manchester United job. Erik Ten Hag's future at Manchester United has come under major scrutiny this week after a shocking start to the new campaign has left United 14th in the Premier League. Naturally, the rumour mill is in overdrive with potential replacements for the Dutchman should INEOS decide to pull the trigger before United's next game. Former England manager Gareth Southgate is a well-known favourite of the new minority owners, but the 54-year-old has firmly distanced himself from the role. As reported by Sky Sports, Southgate says he will not be coaching anywhere in the next year as he recuperates from his role with the national side. He said, I won't coach in the next year for sure, I'm certain of that. I need to give myself time to make good decisions. When you come out of a really big role, you need to give your body time, you need to give your mind time. Despite leading England to two major finals, Southgate couldn't find the formula to get the Three Lions over the line, with his cautious approach being blamed for the failure at the final hurdles. The potential of Southgate at Old Trafford hasn't been met with much support from United fans, who are largely in agreement that INEOS are better served looking elsewhere. After no direct news coming from the pre-planned meeting between the head figures at United earlier this week, it looks as though Ten Hag is going to survive the chop in the coming days. Should the Dutch coach get to the end of the season, it may open up the door for Southgate once more, but given United's lack of improvement this season, the likelihood of that is diminishing with each passing game. Ten Hag will be well aware of the need for improvement after the international break when Brentford visit Old Trafford in the Premier League. Former Man United scout can't see £100 million target moving to Old Trafford in January. Everton defender Jarrad Branthwaite was a top target for Man United during the summer and ahead of the January transfer window. Former Red Devils chief scout Mick Brown believes the centre-back's price will prevent the Manchester club from making a move. Centre-back was a position Erik Ten Hag needed to strengthen ahead of the 24-25 campaign, and the Dutch coach saw Lenny Yoro and Matthijs De Ligt added to his squad at Old Trafford. The French star has missed the entire opening phase of the current campaign due to injury, while De Ligt has continued to struggle, along with many others at Man United since arriving in Manchester. It's uncertain if Branthwaite would have made a difference at the Premier League Giants had he completed a move during the summer, as the Englishman has also been dealing with injury issues throughout the season so far. The 22-year-old was sensational for Everton last term, and that attracted the interest of clubs such as Manchester United and Real Madrid. With a contract at Goodison Park until 2027, the Toffees demanded at least £100 million to part ways with the defender during the latest transfer window, and that has not changed coming into the winter market, reports Football Insider. Speaking to Football Insider, Brown said about the 22-year-old the following: "Everything about him, you can see he is a quality player and he's got more to give because he is playing in a struggling team at the moment. These clubs will be looking and thinking he is good on the ball, he can pass well, he's been able to show off his defensive qualities. I'm sure he will go on to move to one of these clubs at one stage, but I don't know who would pay £100 million for him, and that's what Everton are asking for, especially in the January window. There is a reluctance to pay that sort of money for defenders. I've never understood it, because a good defense is what can win you games. So no, I can't see anybody paying £100 million for him." Man United make Champions League winner their top target, confident of getting a transfer done. Manchester United are reportedly making Chelsea left-back Ben Chilwell their top transfer target for January, and have some confidence they will be able to bring the England international to Old Trafford. Chilwell, once part of Chelsea's 2021 Champions League winning squad, has fallen out of favour at Stamford Bridge in recent times, having had numerous issues with injuries, while he's also not exactly looked that impressive when he has been able to return to the pitch. It now makes sense that Chilwell might be available, and Team Talk claim Man United are keen on him as they look to strengthen the left-hand side of their defense after injury problems of their own in that department. Luke Shaw has been United's first choice at left back for many years, and while he is a top player on his day, he's also had problems staying fit and has generally struggled with consistency throughout his time at Old Trafford. Chilwell could be a player worth gambling on for United at this time, even if some fans would surely prefer a different and more exciting option. Even if there are question marks over his fitness, Chilwell can be a top player when he gets a run of games going, and a fresh challenge away from Chelsea could be just what he needs. It seems the 27-year-old has other options as well, though, so it won't necessarily even be that easy for Man United to beat the likes of Juventus to his signature. Chilwell could be the latest high-profile say by Chelsea, with the likes of Conor Gallagher leaving this summer, while Mason Mount was another to swap West London for Manchester just over a year ago. In the past, United have also signed big names like Juan Mata and Nemanja Matic from Chelsea with mixed results. Thomas Tuchel's name comes up again during Manchester United manager talks. Former Chelsea and Bayern Munich manager Thomas Tuchel's name has come up again amid uncertainty over Erik Ten Hag's position at Manchester United. Tuchel remains out of work since leaving Bayern in the summer, but he previously held talks with Sir Jim Ratcliffe, and it seems Man United are still most likely to turn to him if they decide to part ways with Ten Hag, according to The Independent. The Red Devils have endured a miserable start to the season, with just 2 wins from their last 9 games in all competitions and none in their last 5. Ten Hag's future already looked uncertain during the summer when Tuchel first came into consideration, but the former Ajax boss managed to hold on to the job at that point. Ratcliffe and other key figures at Old Trafford have been having talks about the situation, and it seems there has not been a final decision yet, even if Tuchel's name has once again come up. While it may be tempting to try to give Ten Hag more time and keep some stability after a lot of chopping and changing in the post-Sir Alex Ferguson era, it remains to be seen if the Dutch tactician is really the right choice for this difficult job. Other top managers like Jose Mourinho and Luis van Gaal have also struggled at United, but Tuchel is certainly in an elite bracket and has the kind of experience that Ten Hag lacked when he left Ajax for this job. Tuchel has won the Champions League with Chelsea, while he also enjoyed success at Bayern Munich, even if things then ended badly for him there. All in all, it's hard to imagine the struggling United players wouldn't benefit from a change, and Tuchel has shown in the past that he can revive a struggling team, as he did with Chelsea when he led an unfancy side to the Champions League glory when they'd looked a bit of a mess under his predecessor, Frank Lampard. I will be uploading daily Man United news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.